Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to FTRL. It is week 4 of season 29 of our Nations Cup, and in a week, well, in the past sort of week or two where the Pope has passed away, we've come to the Cathedral of Speed in a really tedious link. We are at Monza then for week 4 of the season, then the high speed Autodrome. It's played host to many a racing series over the years. Tonight plays host to another round of FTRL, then being the odd even numbered week. It is the double points round for Team Italy, so look out for those boys then trying to score big this week. Double points on offer for the Italians, the Lamborghini trio. Circuit with long straights, is it going to suit the Vipers? Of course, American muscle, and for its awesome top speed. See, of course, 2 races to get through tonight. The sprint race coming up shortly after qualifying, which will be getting underway in about 53 seconds, as it's just got up there on the screen, followed by the endurance race coming up a little later on. So, what was last week? Last week was Trial Mountain. I'm trying to remember what the hell happened. My mind is a blur, and I can't remember. So I'm going to have to go look at the standings. Sorry. I've been feeling a bit shite all week, so I'll blame the brain fog on that. That's fine. What happened last week? You know it's bad when I did commentary and I still can't remember. Right, in the sprint race then, it was victory for Switchback. Probably. He was being filled in for by Ross. That was it, Ross won the sprint race. And Jadon won the endurance race in a good battle there with Unsafe Release and with Ross there coming through for the back right at the down. We had 3 drivers covered by, I think it was about 3 seconds at the flag. So once again, FTRL providing some great close action. This week then, as you can see on the screen, we've got one GT1 driver filling in. Blue flag is in 4. Who is he in for? His teammates. Who is here? Jones is here. So therefore, the process of deduction, my mind fails me. It's not Glenn. Who's the other one of the team? I can't remember. I'm having such a bad day. My mind is absolute mulch, so apologies. I've got a thing in front of me, I can tell me. Goose, that's the badger. There we go. So Goose is missing. Blue flag filling in for him. I do believe Aaron is here as well. He's filling in for... Who is he filling in for? Who is he filling in for? Safe's here. Owen? Is Owen here? Owen's here. Who's the other one? Mikey. Mikey's not here. There we go. Oh, dear me. Yeah, hyped up. There we go. The cars then making their way out onto track then. Somebody has decided to throw themselves at the scenery out of the box. That's Johnny Boy. It was Johnny Boy who's got to turn 1, immediately turned a little bit too hard to the right. Jones is making their way out then, everybody else. Once again, Team France, we've seen this quite a lot from them this season, going out as a trio. And of course here the slipstream will be very, very important. So John Royston all tucked up behind Jadon. I'm not well, no, I've been feeling like trash. I tried to do the GT World Race yesterday and I was absolutely awful, and my head was feeling horrible, my whole body ached. I abandoned it after half distance because I had another off, and then I spent the rest of the evening laying on the sofa feeling a bit crud. Had a bath and then went to bed early. So felt better this morning, but I've just been out on the bike ride trying to clear the list of it out and I've gone too far and I've made myself feel shit again. So Norris there has done a pirouette at the second of the Lesbos. And he's now doing another donut. Some dirt off the track. Norris, of course, former race winner here. I can't remember what season it was, but Norris's only race victory, an FTRL that I'm aware of, came here at Monza. So, can he repeat that tonight? It's double points week, of course, for Team Italy. I was planning to do a race too, but I just, there was no way I couldn't focus at all. So we'll go aboard then with Odon, who's leading us around. It's a long drag down turn 1, brake as late as you dare. All the way down to first gear through this tricky chicane. Take 2 which off the curve, that one on the inside there will definitely cause you to catch some air. It was very close as they started the lap here. Dropped back a little bit as they head round Curva Grande. And then a short sprint down to the second series. I think it's the Rettifilio. There's a wide berth there. They had not the best over the curbs. Excellent. Short then sprint up to the Lesmos. Lesmo 1. 90-degree right angle corner. Short spurt between them. Second of the Lesmos. Curve on the inside there. Settles the Audi a little bit though. The Audi not really able to ride that curb. So they're going to have to be neat and tidy around here. So now just pop down the hill. They go under the oval banking there. Historic part of Monza's legacy. Up to the Ascari chicane we go. Down the second gear there, on there. Tips in. The curve there as he rounds and then gets the foot on the throttle on the way out. Foot to the floor. Down to the Parabolica. Break late as you dare. Down third gear. The second gear I think is a little bit deep. Second gear, they get the nose back in, get the car rotated. Speed starts to build again. Coming up to the line, the first time on the board is a 1 minute 50.9. And only P3 in GT2, unwashed. That is once again Switchback then, who has set the early running in the Lamborghini on home turf. Is he their best bet for some big points? Double points week. Quarter of a second up on unsafe police. Aaron in third, Odon fourth, the head Jade on. Looking the Peugeot train. Jade gone fifth, Zomba's gone 12th, Royce is 13th. Can set his first flyer. He goes 7th with 51 flat. Blue flag then has gone second as well then for Team America. So it's in between Switchback and unsafe. Odon is now pulled to the side there, waiting up. We'll go on 11th. Erstwhile championship leader in GT2. And P8 at the minute, 1.4 seconds off then, so time to find. The old relic. Joker, whose livery has not loaded for some reason. So Switchback then on provisional pole at the moment, then into Parabolic he comes. This is like going to be an improvement then. Joker improves, Switchback does not. Joker's got 8th. Safe release, not improved, but he's had a cool down lap. We saw backing off earlier. Despite improving, he's now down to 10th. He's also going back ahead of him. Going to the line. How's the Viper getting on this time? He improves. 600th of a second, but goes up to P6. Didn't go well in 8th, so the Vipers going well then. All of them in the top 8 in a minute. Going on to improve that. That'll be enough to jump him ahead of Odom. Between them for Lesmos he goes. Down, so he's got the third, so Aaron's got ahead of him, save for Lease. A minute. So it's 2/10 covers. Still a quarter of a second covering your top 4. And it's 4/10 back then to P5. Jadon in that Peugeot, so the Peugeot just struggling a little bit here for top speed. Coming to the line there, I'm getting a bit of a fake toe from that GTR ahead of him. Does he improve? He does. 49.9 from switchback then, fastest lap so far. Very impressive lap there from him. Unsafe does not improve. Aaron also does not improve on that lap. What about blue flag? Joker's on 5th meanwhile. So Joker's found some speed in clear air as well there. He's not getting a toe, so that's on pure pace alone. So GTR's finding some speed. Preheated oven has just improved. It stays 6th. Improves as well. Does blue flag improve? He does, down to a 50.2. 4.0 this time, so only by 25 thousandths of a second. Edges ever further away from Aaron. Jonesy 4th. So Jonesy then popping himself onto the second row of the grid. And very good for Team USA. All my cars in top 10. Glyn down in P10. Glyn fastest in Sector 1. So is Glyn going to pop out a surprise here? So Lesmos looking neat and tidy through there. He is still 1/10 up on his current best. Will be enough to jump Odon though. Parabolica. Still the Viper drifting around to the edge there, but keeping the momentum up. Now it is to the floor. Dusty Fossil has just improved to 2nd. Glyn does improve, but stays 10th. Dusty Fossil then the big move up to 2nd, and so the GTRs are finally starting to show their pace. Jado's just on 4th. Side by side with Odon currently, so we're down towards turn 1. They're both going to compromise each other here, unless one of them backs out. James backed out of it, but Odon there has a compromised line in turn 1, so it's helped neither of them. I've got a 1.5 second penalty somewhere. That's quite impressive. So he will be no better than 5th. It's switchback currently on pole, but blue flag has closed in another one into the 49s. He's getting a bit of a toe from Zomlar there around Curva Grande. He's getting out of the way now. He's purple by 1/2 second in Sector 1, but he's now got the Peugeot right in front of him. Zom on a lap. I think Zom is on a lap. The blue flag's got nowhere to go. Oh no. Switchback there, just backed out of him, but blue flag then he was 1/2 second up, and I think that lap's just not going to go anywhere. He caught the Peugeot at the wrong time. 1/2 second purple in Sector 1. I don't think he's going to have that momentum anymore. No, he's 1/2 second down now. Oh, bare shame for blue flag there. That would have been a hell of a lap if he could have pulled that off. Dusty Fossil up rounding Parabolica then. Can he improve on P3? Needs to get into the 49s if he does. And he comes up just shy then, but still P3 is a very good effort from him. Jadon coming around. I think this lap will not be anything special. In fact, no, it won't be. As we saw, a penalty. P6 there. Half a second after that slipstream. Royston just improved it on safe. P7 Joker, P8. So the top 8 covered by 6.5 tenths of a second and very tightly bunched. Then Odon 1.1 seconds back. He's half a second back from Joker. So qualifying out of the way then, and Switchback has bagged himself pole position then from blue flag. Dusty Fossil in third, Jadon in fourth, and Aaron in fifth. Means we've got one of each nation in the top 5. Superb symmetry there. Josie P6 on safe release, P7. Joker is P8. Then Odon P9, Glyn in P10. Royston P11, Johnny Boy Upwell in P12. Derek in 13th. Team Italy Zom in P14. Nobby Norris in P15. And so 2 of the Italy cars with some work to do in the sprint race from 13th and 5th, but their teammate leading the way. So then we await commencement of the race. So predictions please. Who do you think is going to win this one? Can Switchback hold off that Viper? And Dusty Fossil spring a surprise. Jadon's been a dark horse this season. Got Aaron in there as well, the GT1 driver. I'd expect him to be in the mixer. Jonesy's there as well, and safe. Joker, any of that top 8 could win this race. Rolling start then, heading down towards turn 1. 16 cars. This is Zach Aaron, and away we go. And the Viper immediately hunting down that Lamborghini. This one then not quite as good on off the line. The Viper looks to the inside, Switchback's going defensive early doors. I'm sure Blue Flag could appreciate that. And look at Dusty Fossil flying in on the brakes, and Aaron's under threat from Jonesy. On the outside, what was that? That's Derek arriving backwards at turn 1 as he caught the grass. That's going to put him all the way down to P15. Oh, big shame for Derek. Oh dear, Derek's race has gone wrong immediately. It's around Curva Grande for the first time. Switchback leading Blue Flag. Jadon on the attack of Dusty Fossil into the second chicane. Down the inside goes the Peugeot. Banging panels, but through he goes. And now Dusty Fossil's under attack from Aaron. Trying to get the overlap down the inside into the Lesmo. Is he there? Oh, off the wall. Aaron there trying to hold tight, bounced off the inside wall. Josie then got held up a little bit. Dusty Fossil slipped back a little bit, as you can see there, having to compromise his line. So they're all dropping back immediately. They're out of slipstream range of Jadon. In turn, is already trying to get back into slipstream range of Blue Flag, who is right under that rear wing of the Lamborghini again. Josie's got Aaron meanwhile on the run down to Ascari. Viper using its awesome low end torque. How are they looking to fight back? Oh, inside of Ascari, they're going to go banging panels to Ascari. That's brave. They're still banging panels. And a half-second penalty for Josie there. I think he could be pretty aggrieved by that, because I don't think he did a lot wrong there. Look at the Viper, they're in a straight line. Just towing up. Around the outside then of Parabolic, and they're side by side again. Joker and Unsafe are side by side behind them as well. They sort themselves out now. Go back to the lead. It's Blue Flag versus Switchback. Viper on the inside, going to use his grunt. And through into the lead goes Blue Flag. So what has Switchback got now? He's been passed then as they started lap 2 of 11. Jadon still just out of slipstream range, agonisingly close. He might be getting a faint one because it's a high-speed circuit, so it's a slightly longer effect. It's only really powerful within about 3/4 of a second, so he needs to find a couple of tenths to get in that 0.75 range. So a good run there through the second chicane. In fact, he's there now. He's there. Oh, in the background, one of the Peugeots is off. Who was that? Was it Royston? It was Royston. Got pitched off into the spin there. Through goes Zommer on the outside. Drama. Nobby Norris has had a drama as well. He's now down the back. So it's 3 for the lead. Blue Flag, Switchback, and Jadon is now there. Dusty Fossil's now got himself some clear air. That battle behind him has sorted itself out. do anything about that group ahead though. Unsafe now, leading the charge behind him, ahead of Aaron Jones. He's about to serve his half-second penalty. He's probably going to lose out to Joker. Can he stay with this pack though? Here's the next question. Getting the indicator there to signify which side Joker will pass on. Looks like he's just dropping right behind there. So can he then push the GTR back towards those two Audis? Big gap back then, back to Zom. Royston's got away with that quite lightly there. Could have been a lot worse. So he's always lost a lot of time. That's Glynn going down the inside of Johnny Boy into Parabolica. Good move. Recovering Derek now right behind him, giving him a push around the corner. Beginning drawing alongside, but the GTR's got the toe from the Viper. So drag race down the line, the GTR pops out. What does Derek do here? Does he stay behind the Viper? He'll have the outside for the first chicane. Glenn going to go deep on the brakes, gets ahead of Glynn. Good move, gets that position back. And back into P12 he goes. Up front it's still blue flag from switchback. J-Dog's just dropped back again. So he's had a rough corner somewhere. He's lost slipstream again, but again through that second chicane. Really good runner compared to the two cars ahead of him. He's back in again. Jones meanwhile has just taken Joker again for 7th. So what can he now do about those Audis? Joker might be just best advice sitting behind here and just get pulled along. That Viper is so good out of the low speed corners there, like the Lesmos. It's good mid-engine torque. It's like 3rd and 4th gears. Joker showing in the mirrors. Going to put him off. Nothing doing. Scar we go, then 2 seconds is the gap ahead of him. Now they should work together. 50 Fossil, still 2.1 ahead of them, but 2.5 behind the top 3. The blue flag is away and running. So Switchback's had a moment somewhere, and he has lost slipstream. So blue flag leads by 1.2 to the fastest lap of the race of 49.8. And without slipstream, bear in mind as well, so that's a very impressive lap. Turn 1 we go. Nice, a little bit too much sausage curve on the inside. Pulling back a 10th there, but then it's the Viper's superb torque out of the corners. And they're just pulling away. Once again has just slipped out of slipstream range, but he is now closing back up again. Yep, he's back in slipstream range to switch back. Boy, there was a slide there. Blue flag as he came on that call. That's cost him about half a second. Just heard him have a bit of a slide there with a squeak to the tyres. Just cost him half a second. Still got a second lead. Fossil is not catching this group. Unsafe is also not really catching him. And those two are still 2 seconds clear of Jones. He's not been able to make any impression yet. Still bringing Joker with him. Further back, Zom going well in 9th. Royster behind him in 10th. Glynn now in 11th, Odon in 12th, Eric in 13th, Johnny Boy on the 14th, so we shuffle back. Still in touch, so there's 4 together. We'll take Germany, Italy and Japan. Yep, good teamwork there from the Germans. From the Germans. Safe there, setting a nice pace, 50.2. And did a 50.4. So trying to work together, but not making any impression on Dusty Fossil at the moment. In turn, is just struggling to make any impression on these top 3. Of course, they're getting a bit of a slipstream. Blue Flag's gap is still just over a second. So Switchback's had a good lap of 50 flat from him. Blue Flag did a 50.2. Pulled 2 tenths back. Blue Flag's had a bit of a poor exit there at that chicane, and Switchback might get the slipstream here. Oh, the Viper's just started to pull away again. Very close there, but now we can see Switchback is starting to gain again. So the second chicane though. Back up to a second. We've been able to hang on, but not really been able to make any impression so far. On the top two. It's an interesting dynamic at the moment. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought it would be. Obviously, the Viper, obviously, we all know American muscle is very much all about straight line speed. It's not so good through the corners. It's solid enough on the brakes, but this is a circuit that should shoot it. So I was quite surprised when Italy picked this as their track, to be honest. I thought the mid-engine car would have preferred something flowing like Maggiore. These two are still just out of slipstream range. Justin Fossil continuing to drive well, but not gaining at all, but still holding the Germans at bay. So Aaron, who's now right onto the back of unsafe, they are literally bump drafting now. Still not able to make any impression on Dusty Fossil. So 2/10 definitely last time around. Fair enough. Jonesy also is chipping away a little bit, but again not making much headway. Joker still clinging onto his coattails. Peugeot pairs. Separated ever so slightly. And we've got Glynn. Hold on. Drop Derek a little bit. Derek's got Johnny Boy for company. We're going to think about a move to the first chicane. Pops to the inside. Might be showing in the mirrors. Or is he going to go for a big old send? Derek just drifts over there to cover the line. Turn one. Holds the position. He's had a big old slide there though, Johnny Boy. There's the GTR's low end traction loss. Very nearly killed him. And Derek has escaped for now. Hold on, all over Glynn. Someone's been off there and caught the barricade, which is now in the road and on the racing line. Owen's going to go for a move here. I think it's a Lesmo. Up the inside. They're going to go side by side to the Lesmo. That's brave. Owen down the inside. Held the apex nicely. Glynn holding on around the outside, but has to cede position. And through goes Odon up to P11. Oh, Jonesy's got himself a second penalty. That'll go drop him behind Joker again. It's been a change also between the Audis. So Aaron now in the lead. And they have closed in on Dusty Fossil ever so slightly then. So Aaron now leading the charge. Looks to be on this lap as well. So looks like he's had a drama. I don't know if Unsafe's also had a drama somewhere. Let's let Aaron through, but Fossil slipping back. Meanwhile, oh, now then. Switchback's got back in slipstream range, and Jadon is now all over the back of him as well. So they're back with the leader. But now James is thinking about an attack. He's been patient, he's biding his time. Oh, was that deep for a second there. Late turning. A little bit of a wobble there from the Lamborghini. He tries to get the power down. Squirreling on direct traction. Get back at Jones there as expected with that penalty. Oh, we've got a Glynn going at it into turn one. Derek's joining them, but it's got a half-second penalty. So, fended him off for the first part of that and switchback. And can now try and focus on trying to attack this Viper again. Tyre wear minimal around here, so barely anywhere, so not going to be the understeer issues. Around here, Scary then for the 7th time. It's just under half a second. Back is in the slipstream, but Viper's pulling away, which is very disheartening. Now he starts to close it again. Ran out of talk. Aaron then. Aaron is now on a charge. He's closing down on Dusty Fossil. Again, though, he's also run very wide at Parabolic and very wide out the AstroTurf there. It's going to cost him a couple of tenths. And then cost him all the way down the straight as well. So he's trying to get back in the slipstream range. Joking out in a bit of no man's land. Josie then recovering after serving his penalty. I'm still in 9th, Royster still 10th, Odon still in 11th, Glyn not far behind him though. 13th, Charlie going 14th, Harvey Norris in 15th. Back to the lead trio. Flag still leads, he's led since the start of lap 2. Switchback though, fastest lap of the race of 49.5. He's probably had slipstream most of the lap to help that, but that is a very impressive lap time nonetheless. Battle for the podium. Also got a battle closing as Aaron's now in slipstream range of Dusty Fossil, then so he has caught him unsafe, has dropped off massively. I think he's had a drama somewhere. Aaron has now caught onto Dusty Fossil. He's not been saying bad lap times, but Aaron's just been a little bit quicker. Did a 49.9 last time around, it's half a second out of him. Also that lap 6 there, Dusty Fossil had a bit of a drama as well, but look at 51.1, so that's what brought Aaron into play. There we go. Back to the leaders, then we've got a battle for the lead. Blue flag's going defensive into Parabolica. Switchback's trying to go the long way around. Trying to cut back now up to the inside. He's going to have a good run down the start finish right there because Blue flag was compromised. He's defending that inside line though. He's going to make Switchback go the long way around. Got to stay to the left of that white line. To the outside he goes. He's going to go deep on the brakes there. Blue flag's going to pinch him right at the second apex then, but Switchback keeps his nose in. It's now a drag race off the corner. Switchback noses ahead. They are side by side. Where does James go in all this? And Viper's pulling ahead on the inside through Curva Grande. Switchback just cuts back in front of Jadon. Blue flag's going to have to go defensive again though into the second chicane. Switchback to the outside. Oh, he's on the grass, kicking up the dirt on the outside, trying to go the long way around. Oh, he's over the curb. And, oh, half-second penalty. Half-second penalty for Switchback on lap 9. Drama then, Switchback then going for the lead. Banging panels with Blue flag and ends up with a half-second penalty. That's going to be music to Jadon's ears. What kind of music he normally listens to. Dusty Fossil still nose to tail. Unsafe release has got Joker with him, so Unsafe is struggling at this stage of the race. He's got a half-second penalty as well. He might lose the position before that, but Joker can just afford to buy his time. Josie coming back into this as well. Oh, what's happened to... Who's got back? Royston's had a drama. He slipped back to P12. Switchback serves his penalty, and Jadon is through. So Switchback down to 3rd. Pole sitter. What has he got then? So James for the first time finds himself in a position to attack then onto lap 10. It's the penultimate lap of the race. 1 second covers your top 3. Dusty Fossil still holding off the Audi in the battle for 4th. And he's going to be close enough on the brakes this time either. He pops to the inside, showing in the mirrors. Bucking and weaving, tries to get the power down, and Joker and Josie are both passed the safe then. He served his penalty. And now he's trying to serve down in P8 then, so Unsafe going backwards as well. So I'm still circulating 1 in 9th, third on in 10th. Royce is back up to 11th, then he's re-passed Glyn. Derek trying to get involved as well. Johnny Boy is recovering slightly on the back of Derek. Still going well. It's a personal best last time around, 51.1. So there is the pace in the nobby. Oh, he's on a big slide there though. As out the Lesmo as we come, and we've got a Viper and Peugeot glued together. James is showing to the outside, but he's going to go for a late switch back up the inside. Be a brave man to try and pull the wool over Blue flag's eyes in a defensive battle though. We've got FTRL's brick wall leading the race. A man on one knee behind him. And a Scottish man who irons his hair from air behind them. Well, we've got one lap and one corner to go. Decide sprint race victor. It's not close enough there. We've had a good exit. Viper though just cranks it up and starts pulling away. Even with the slipstream, even that close under the wing, the Viper is still pulling away. Now the Peugeot coming back at him. Blue flag will drive down the inside here. James is going to... Oh, he's giving in the inside. Blue flag there has been caught napping, then banging doors. James at the inside. James leads. Blue flag there. That was a mistake there. He let him have the inside. I'm very surprised. I don't think he thought he'd get there. Started to open the corner up. He's going back straight away though. Up the inside of Curva Grande. But that's a shorter distance around. James has gone very wide, and that's going to let Viper back through. So Blue flag takes the lead again. James shows in the mirror. Blue flag goes a little bit defensive into the second chicane. He's going to park it on the apexes here, isn't he? Rise the curbs. Switchback trying to get involved, but can't get there yet. The background, Dusty Fossil still holding Aaron off. They're still nose to tail. And Joker's nearly with them as well. So what's been going on here? Wow, Joker's found some real pace late on in this one. Where's he come from in this battle? We'll go back to the leaders though. Sorry to the rest of the grid, we're going to stay with this to the end of the race. James is right again, right on the back of the Viper. I don't think Blue flag will make the same mistake again. He won't let him have the inside here. He'll hold him as late as he can do, then move over. Down to the middle of the Ascari. Nicely done. You can see how much quicker the Peugeot is through there, but he's got nowhere to go. Onto the back straight we go. One corner to go. Once again, the Viper driving down the inside of the circuit. The Peugeot's got to go the long way around. Simon moves over, then he thinks he's got it covered. James is not close enough for a dive into Parabolica. Oh, it's all about corner exit. The Peugeot's got to go around the outside, but I think the Viper's got this. The drag race to the line. Here comes the Peugeot. But the line's going to come too quickly, and Blue flag wins from Jadon from switchback. 0.4 of a second covers them at the flag. Dusty Fossil is going to hang on for fourth. Great driving from him. Fourth for him. Aaron is fifth. Joker is sixth. Great late race pace from him. Then Jonesy gets seventh. Unsafe is eighth. Zom gets P9. Odon's going to come over in P10. 11th from Royston. Glyn is 12th. Derek 13th. Johnny Boy in 14th. Personal best over the end as well. And Robin Oystead to the line. And it was 15 for him. But not lost, because he now will be on pole for victory race. Oh, what a battle it was then. Took the lead at the start of lap 2. Held it for nearly the whole race there. One moment there where the Peugeot managed to sneak up the inside. But he managed to fight back and get him through Curva Grande then, and Blue flag then is your victor in the sprint race then from Jadon. And switch back in third. Great battle there. 0.4 of a second covering them at the flag there after 20 minutes of racing. That's how close that was. And not far behind them, Dusty Fossil. Well, a bit far behind them, 12 seconds at the end there. So Dusty Fossil is fourth, holding off Aaron, his late race charge, by 0.3 of a second. And Joker then another 0.3 back from them. And Jonesy then also almost got back in that battle as well. His penalties there cost him. He ends up P7. Unsafe, another one who suffered a couple of penalties by the look of it. Maybe some other dramas that we didn't see. He ends up P8. Zom gets P9. It's Odon in P10. Royston P11 there. Should have been P10 for him. We had a drama somewhere we didn't see. James, you don't pick up a stupid penalty challenge. Hashtag impossible. Absolutely. Glyn gets P12 then. Derek in 13th. Johnny Boy 14th. And Nobby Norris in 15th then. But of course, we're reverse grid race coming up. So Nobby Norris and Johnny Boy will be leading us off in race 2. So the lobby resetting. What are we doing in the grid? While we're going this break, I will go through the point standings then. So, in the drivers standing at the minute, Dusty Fossil leading the way on 135 points. Second is Jadon on 118, and Joker in third on 116. Of course, Japan have had their double points week, so that partly explains the gaps. Unsafe Release in fourth on 100 points. Then we've got Jonesy in fifth on 90. Switchback is sixth on 87.5, but he has missed a week, so would be slightly better off if not for that. Mikey is P7, but he's obviously missing this week, so he'll be getting half points from Aaron. Odon is then 8th on 69. We've got Derek in 9th on 63. Royston in 10th on 60. And Nobby Norris in 11th on 51. Glyn in P12 on 46. With Sir Goose in 13th on 41. But obviously now got a race win to his name, even though it wasn't him, but only get half the points. Zom in 14th on 39. And then Beach in P15 on 16 points. Team standings, Germany leading the way on 515. France second on 460. Italy are in third on 458.5. That's Japan on 451. And USA on 325. Right, for those on the stream, if you haven't already liked it, please do so. Thank you very much, that helps out immensely. And we'll keep the comments coming. Our expectations for this race then are the boys from the back, who were at the pointy end in race 1. Do we expect them to come through once again? Or are we going to see some of the guys from the mid-pack who just couldn't quite get in that battle come through? Of course, unsafe release, starting a bit higher up there. He could be a threat in this one. Jonesy as well. Good pace in that first race. Show the tyres, please. Of course, yes. See what everybody's starting this race. And of course, medium and hard tyres available in this one only. Then, and as it stands, this is what everybody's currently sat on. Then. So, Glyn is on the hard tyre. Nobby Norris on the mediums, as you would expect, since he starts at the front. Odon's on the medium tyres. Zom's on the hards. Dusty Fossil's on the medium tyres, interestingly. Jadon is on the hards. Jones is on mediums. Blue flags on hards, and safe on hard, switchback on hard. Johnny Boy on mediums, again as you would expect, as is Derek. And of course we start him, Johnny Boy and Nobby Norris starting 1, 2, 3. But it's Dusty Fossil, the outlier then. Joker, Royston and Aaron all on the hard tyre. This week is definitely going to be in the fuel. So the tyres this week aren't really a factor, it's the fuel that's going to be the problem. Now last week we did see a couple of brilliant different strategy calls. Dusty Fossil and Unsafe played the one stop last week, while sort of like your likes of Ross and James and did 2 stops at different degrees. So James was an early stopper on the 2 stop, Ross was a late stopper, and that all sort of rolled together at the end there, where they all finished within about 3 seconds. Now, fuel obviously around Monza is at a premium. You're at throttle for I think something like 70% of this lap, 70 odd percent of the lap. So it's a high fuel usage circuit. Is the one stop going to be possible? I personally don't think so, but we shall see. Phoebe reckons Dusty's going for the one stop. Well, he is known to do something different, as is Zom. Nobby Norris also one who likes to do the untoward and the unusual. Unsafe, of course, last week was another one who did something a little bit different as well. So yeah, there are people out there willing to try thinking outside the box. So we shall see if anybody dares to do different. Of course, as I mentioned earlier on, former winner at this track. Didn't have the best of first races, but can he do something a little bit better in the second race than starting at the front? So that's a clear air, that'll probably help. And when you've got 14 terrifying GT2 drivers behind you, and a couple of GT1 ones in there as well. Sometimes not necessarily a good thing to be having clear air. Right then, here we go. 28 laps ahead of us. Norris leading them to the flag then. Medium tyres, the top three, as we said. Oh, something else there. Odon's on the medium tyres. As Jonesy now. Fox as well then, so there's been a couple of changes late on, but away we go for race 2. Norris leading them down towards turn 1 for the first of 28 laps. I don't think the one stop's possible. Babes, if I'm honest, 14 laps of fuel here is not good. There, Johnny Boy's getting beaten up by Derek immediately. Oh, somebody else was off in the background. Who was that? That's Glyn. He's ended up in the runoff area. Is he going to get reset? I hope he doesn't. No, he's away, but Glyn's there. He's had a shocker at the start. Jadon, however, had a great start and a switchback there. So a couple of drivers there had a really good start there. Those are places, the big losers and all that. Joker, Dusty Fossil, the Glyn as well. Back of it, Norris still leading the way. They're getting aggressive at the start, up to second. Johnny Boy down to 4th. Odon's nipped through as well. Tom's now 5th. Josie's already up to 6th as well. So Josie's had a great start. Yeah, I think when you're losing like 2 seconds a lap, it very quickly becomes not worth it, doesn't it? I think for the one stop. So it's not that long a pit lane here compared to sort of other circuits, is it either? So I don't think it's worth not having anything to fight with personally, but we shall see. See who dares to be different. Aaron's at the 7th already, so a good start already in the pack then. That's Jonesy popping out on Zom. You want to get that move done early. Jonesy up to 5th then. Yeah, exactly. Jonesy into 5th, he's the big mover. Everyone's starting to put the pressure on Derek then. Meanwhile, Nobby's had a really good start there, 1.6 seconds lead as he crosses the line to start lap 2. Now he's up to 6th then, he's passed Som as well. Jadon's up to 9th as well, switch back in 10th, so Jadon switch back, making good progress. In 11th, Joker in 12th, Justy Foss in 13th, Blue Flag still rooted in 14th place. So not been able to make much progress yet. The cars are directly behind him. Already up to 9th and 10th. Still a long way to go with that move somewhere, I thought. And they're driving into the gravel, the exit of the second chicane there. Lucky. So Felice has now come up behind the rolling roadblock with his Zom. And also is partial to Spencer. Now Blue Flag's there, managed to pass both of the GTRs on this lap. So having been 14th at the start of the lap, he's already to 12th, and so passed both Dusty Fossil and Joker. They've had a drama somewhere. Unsafe Felice is now trying to find a way past these battling Peugeots. Zom, however, is playing the team game superbly there. Because what he's done is managed to manufacture that Jadon get all the way around the outside of both of them. Great teamwork there from Zom. He has now lost out to both Unsafe and Switchback, but he has released James. So that was very impressive. Yeah. Playing the team game. And we're chasing down Aaron. Chasing Johnny Boy. Jones up to 4th. Meanwhile, Odon attacking for 2nd. From the outside. He's ahead. Derek's later on the brakes though. Is he too late on the brakes? He is. He's gone deep. Can Odon sort it out on the exit? Not quite. And now they've got Jonesy there. And Jonesy, we've seen that Viper. This is where it excels on the traction out of the chicane around Curva Grande. Is he going to try and go the long way around though? They're coming over to block. Jones is going to make it 3 wide into the chicane. Oh my god, there's the bouncing off. Derek's bouncing off. Odon's going to go straight on as he's over the barriers, over the curbs. Oh, pings the bollards off. One of them hits Derek. Will surely be a penalty. Jonesy gets through. Third went up the second. He's down to fourth. Aaron making the move on Johnny Boy for fifth between the Lesmos. Jadon has already arrived with them. So Felicia now fighting off switchback and they're dropping away there. So James has dropped these two already. The blue flag's now got this all blue problem of Royston and Zom ahead of him. What's going on up here? Like a change of position momentarily. It may have been Jonesy getting alongside Derek. The Scary here comes that Viper power. And he just drives around the outside. So the Viper then using its grunt to power himself up the second. Then by the end of lap 3, Jonesy's making good progress here. He's going to be a factor in this one. He's closing as well, then he's in fifth. He's only 3.5 seconds off the lead. He's in the seventh, so only 4.4. He's still 2.2 back, and he's got switchback right behind him. He's on board. Up ahead then, that was Jadon. I think Jadon's just past Derek. Got up ahead. Oh yeah, Derek slipped back then, hasn't he? Yeah, so Derek's had a drama at turn 1. That's why he's getting ahead of him. Oh, Derek's gone wide again. Derek's having some trouble on this lap. And Safe's not going to get alongside, is he? Switchback drops him behind his team and they're trying to help him, but he's not going to bump him there or bump him straight off. Look to the inside, Derek can let them go. Here we go. So yeah, Derek's having a untidy lap so far. Curb. Off there. Yeah, I think Derek went off at turn 1, got dirty tyres and got deep at the second chicane as well. Oh, the Lesmo. Big slide there from the Audi. Huge slide from the Audi there through Ascari. Gaining up ahead. Jadon battling with Johnny Boy. Get the move done into Ascari. Unsafe defends the inside, then switchback who's going to the outside. Bolica behind them. In fact, blue flag suddenly appeared in 9th out of nowhere. To the outside goes, switchback then unsafe defends the inside. Personal best on that lap. Jonesy there, he's setting the fastest lap of the race and a 50.7. Very tidy lap time on the hards. Go deep on the brakes. Can he get it stopped? Can he get out of the curbs? He has. He's got the move done. Good move. The switchback then up into P7. Jadon to 5th. Aaron's down 3rd. So Odon's let him go. And there's been a change for the lead because Jonesy takes the lead, but Nobby fights back. But Jonesy takes the lead then. Yeah, he's got it. So set the fastest lap on that last lap. And he hits the front for the first time. Former GT2 champion, of course, Jonesy. He's had to win races in American muscle cars. They are his happy place. One 6th still, switchback then 7th out. There's a drop unsafe, and Derek's recovered after his horrendous lap 4. He's down the back of these two. These guys dropped a place. Back down to 10th, so he's lost out to. He's lost out to Derek again now. Look at this tray we've got here then. Zom, Glyn, Joker, Dusty Fossil. And what's happened to Royston? Drama somewhere. Just drove right around the outside of Zom at the Parabolica. That's a great move. And now here comes Joker. side by side with the Peugeot. Peugeot's got the slipstream though from the Viper. Let's drive back in again. Gonna get him on the brakes. He's going to go for it. Zom's moving over, giving him the squeeze. That'll please Joker no end. A bit of a robust move there. A little bit moving in the bit of the Max Verstappen rule there. Zom, just keep an eye on that, please. That now starting to drop on the safe ever so slightly. So the safe just not got the pace this week. He was very quick last week. But oh, he's gone deep in the chicane in the background there. Now he's got nowhere to go, but they've held each other up and blue flags arrived. He's going to take P9 again. Contact at the back of unsafe. Pull the smoke. Wasn't in the braking zone. This was okay, and Derek loses out then. So, yeah, unsafe went deep at the second chicane. But balked Derek, and blue flag pounced. Then joining the party while Joker has got Zom finally. Out front then, James leads by 1.6 seconds. So he's put those medium tyres to good use. And then still going in a second. Aaron's going to close him down. He's got Owen as a rear gunner. And Jadon. Johnny Boy still going in sixth. Switch back then. He's now 2.7 seconds clear of unsafe. Having said that, he's got a blue flag trying to drive around the outside of him. I've seen one Viper just do an outside move here. Unsafe's got a little bit wide there on the exit. Is that Viper going to get up the inside? He's not quite close enough. But he's now right in the slipstream. I think this is just a formality. Unsafe is in. So, first pit stop of the race then is unsafe release on lap 6. He's getting off with his hard tyres. So we're going to see 6.11.11 I think there from unsafe. So that's released blue flag. Making steady progress, but a couple of drivers ahead of him who would like to be a bit closer too. I think Jadon and Aaron, definitely. We'll switch back though in his sights. Let's look at the fuel situation then. Let's look at the Vipers then. So Jonesy is already down at like a third of a tank. Chris Nobby, Norris, oh no! And around, he's got the grass on the outside of the second Lesmo. Don't enjoy it for your teammate. Oh, big shame for Nobby. He drove him so well until that point. That Lamborghini, it can bite you. He's just tested the limits there a little bit too hard. Puts him behind Derek. Down to P9 there for Nobby, big shame. I was going to say, he's doing well on fuel. Somehow Aaron is doing worse on fuel than Jonesy, which I'm quite impressed at. Jonesy reckon the Audis might be able to one-stop this. After the one-stop last week. I do not think so. Owen's doing well on fuel compared to Aaron. So Aaron's nearly at a quarter of a tank already. Owen's got a third. He does also have Jadon all over the back of him, who's slightly worse on fuel. So Owen's doing better on fuel than the guys around him. And the boys also doing alright on fuel. So it's back a little bit better. A little bit worse as you expect. Derek. Third. I mean, Norris is doing well on fuel. He's trying to save before he binned it. He's now about to get mullered, I think, on both sides. Glynn to one side, Joker to the other. He's gone late on the both trying to defend. And he hangs on. Good job there, Nobby. Joker then switch back on Glynn. Get that Viper off the corner. It's not something you're going to do well to pass. Nobody else is giving him the inside to Curva Grande as well, and he'll say thank you very much and just drive right by. Glynn's doing well on fuel, to be fair, as for a Viper. That's significantly better than blue flags. The blue flag's up nearly a quarter, while Glynn is still at a third. So Glynn's doing a good job on fuel. Joker's doing about fuel, maybe about a third. Nobby Norris, as we already mentioned. Zom's a little bit down, he's down at just over a quarter. Royston just under a quarter. Fossil's struggling a little bit this race as well. And on the medium tyres, I'm quite surprised that Dusty Fossil has not made the progress. Doing well on fuel though. I wonder. Is he trying something different, I wonder? He's probably the best of anybody on fuel, I think, at this stage of the race. Now, I'm starting to wonder, is he going to try and get to lap 14? So he's now on the medium tyres. And he is out and running, and Josie still leads. Aaron peels off. So Aaron's doing 8, 10 and 10. You did call it. Fair play. I bow to you, superior knowledge. Well, then Carl is the outlier by the look of it. Then in also comes Jadon, switchback and blue flag. Fuel-wise, Aaron's on 19, Jadon's on 25, switchback's on 27, blue flag's on 23. So they're going to gain a little bit of time there on Aaron. Switchback will gain probably a good couple of seconds on Aaron there. Aaron's on his way, and he's got Jadon right with him. And they're both fueled as well, so look at how much time that Jadon has gained in that pit cycle. And they've got unsafe release who's dropped in just behind them. Back's away, blue flag is away. Just marginally under-fueled. Only ever slightly, but this switchback's got a full tank, and blue flag just a little bit. Little helps, I suppose. 40, he's supposed to do 50. Also just stop then, so Jonesy still leads. We're going to get one more lap out and get to lap 10. So he's very definitely on the 2 stop then. Where is Dusty Fossil? 20 seconds off the lead though, so that's a long way back in him. Right, Cleaver said like his lap time's 54s, 53, he's got 52 in there, but just don't think it's quick enough. He's losing 2 seconds a lap on the medium tyres. Oh, that was Novidor getting the grass to parabolic, he's going to run wide. Gathers it up though, he's still out on the AstroTurf. Just Fossil's at the inside of him. He wants to get over, does he? No, he's going to stay out. He's placed peeling off, there was Joker's in. And he's done 9 laps on the hard, interestingly. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work, is it, Phoebes? When you mentioned it earlier, I was just like, I can't see anybody doing it just because of the fuel situation. But it explains why he wasn't making progress now. Let's have a look at what's his. So his gap is 20 seconds to the leader. Aaron, who is pitted, is 47. So 27 seconds. When we've got 18 laps at 2 seconds a lap, and that's at the minute as well. So yeah, he's not going to hold off, is he? It's going to be close, isn't it? Because they've all got to stop. But I don't know. Let's see. I still think it's the wrong strategy. Squirrely, Jadon. Yeah, that's what threw me a little bit. I mean, you're thinking they'll get there just on, you've got 18 laps at 2 seconds a lap. That's going to be what, 6 seconds? That's not enough. 29 seconds by Jonesy making it in there with 1 litre to go. Odon then will take over in the lead, and so Odon's going to go 1 more lap now. What's Odon doing? No, he's not going to be able to get there, is he? Johnny Boy in. Derek in as well. Glyn. I think Glyn is still going around. It was very impressive. Quite why he's still circulating on hards, I don't know. Also, Nobi Norris still going as well now. I just don't think there's 3 laps of fuel in there. Called short shifting, but I just don't see it working. Don't see it working. Josie's going to come out then. He's going to be in the lead of everybody who's pitted, and so the top 4 have not yet stopped. Josie is back out in P5. That's the net race lead. He's 38 seconds back then. So his lead over Aaron is 3 seconds. I can't remember where it was before. It's probably around about the same. Jonesy's now on the hard tyre, so now we've got the tyre difference as well. So Aaron's now on mediums and pushing. Jonesy's out on the hards, getting the temperature as well. So expect that gap to come down on this lap. So already shaking its ass. Being pushed along by Jadon. So keeping in touch as well. Blue flag is go and pass switchback. I'll switch back in a drama on that lap because of 52.1 and 50.6, so yeah, let's have a drama somewhere, and that's left it vulnerable. Because Odon is in from the lead. Glenn's peeling off, I believe. Yep, Glenn's in. As is Nobby Norris. Dusty Fossil is lap short, isn't he? He's short. He's not going to make that. It's not going to work. He's going to be a lap short. He's 2 laps short, isn't he? That's not going to work, is it? This is a bold strategy, but I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, the fuel just isn't going to do the mileage. There ain't no way he's making that to the flag. Oh, Monza. Josie then is starting to just hemorrhage a little bit of time. I mean, he could do, but then I suppose he will have a short stop, won't he? But it just feels like you're gonna not. I mean, you're losing the benefit of obviously the less pit stop. And obviously, everybody's already just done their lap, so like, I just don't know. I don't know. Beeves is the answer. I don't know what he's up to. We'll see. We'll see how the race pans out. Anyway, coming up to half distance, lap 12. He'll be in this time. He's just about got there. Literally on the bubble. He's paying under the gap down to 1.3 behind. Aaron got Jadon right behind him as well. A little bit wide there, a little bit on the steer in the Audi through the parabolica. Well, the great nation of Japan cannot confirm nor deny secrets. Jadon then bumping Aaron along at this stage. We can sort this out later. What they need to do at the minute is get up to the back of that Viper. And they are closing away. The gap was 3 seconds at the pit stop, or just over 3 seconds. It's now less than a second. Sneaking fourth in, so this is kind of the net order now, isn't it? So Jonesy leading the race. Aaron second, Jadon third. I'm safe in fourth. Blue flag now fifth. There's drop switch back as well. Odon is seventh. Of course, he's running a slightly different strategy to everybody else. Longer in the first one. Was in eighth, still going well. Let's see, there's Dusty Fossil. So he's got in ninth. He's got Glynn on the attack. He's on the hard tyre. Yeah, he's on the hard tyre. But he has short fuel, so yeah, it just looks like he's going for a shorter run. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. He's a little AWOL all week for doing poor. That may have missed somewhere in the strategy of the briefing. We'll see. So top 4, covered by 3 seconds. So Aaron now is in half a second then, so pressure starting to ramp up for the lead. Around the parabolic, and now he's got the run. Does he have enough top speed to go past that Viper though? Jones is defending the inside. Not difficult or easy does Jonesy make this for him. Put the squeeze on him. But Aaron's going to get the move done then, he's just got more grip. Around the outside, into turn 1, and Aaron to the front. But watch that Viper out of that corner. If you can, just drive back past you. Got the inside for the next chicane. He's pulled ahead. Aaron squeezes him. Jadon arrives on the scene. Jonesy now got the inside for the second chicane, and he will take the lead. It's exactly what we saw Blue Flag do in the first race to Jadon. Jonesy just Aaron then, so it's a Viper tactic there. It's just that torque it's got, that low sort of mid-range. Superb, it just pulls it along. Oh, there's big contact there, big puff of smoke there. I think Aaron to the back of Jonesy. He's lifted there to not push him wide. Oh, this is bringing unsafety to the equation as well. He's now taking nearly a second out of them on this lap. So there's battle for 3 for these, and becoming 4 for the lead very quickly. Going on behind, Blue Flag, 4.8 seconds off the lead. Aaron's just retaken it though into Ascari. Oh, big contact there. Jadon almost turned Jonesy through Ascari. Wow. It was very sideways there. Aaron leads in half a second, but here comes the Viper. To be close enough into turn 1. If he did. Ooh, down the brakes. Ooh, James is into the back of Josie again. That'll please Aaron no end, I'm sure. Now the Viper closes up again on that as it gets the torque. Torque to torque. Hanging on in third. Second covers the top 3. 2.4 seconds covers your top 4. 4 seconds covers your top 5. Switch back now 3 seconds off then, so he's just struggling a little bit in this race. So not the pace so far. It's the 50.8. Blue Flag with the current fastest lap of 50.1. Hold on in a bit of a lonely 7th. We've got Glyn with Joker and Dusty Fossil. Both in their hard time stints. No, so like Joker's on the mediums. No, it's Johnny Boy in the middle. That's what it was. Johnny Boy's on the hard time. All 3 GTRs together. Derek is on closing in, and then Royston. Norris manhandling that Lamborghini as best he can. And what's going on here? Aaron has a 2-second lead. Oh, where's James gone? Where is James gone? What has happened there? We've missed that one. There's big contact somewhere in the battle for P2. And Jadon has come off worse. He's down to P6. Hazards are flashing. Drama grande. Just 14 seconds then. Oh, big drama then. Well, cat amongst the pigeons. Unsafe and Blue Flag are now there. So it's Germany versus America up front. Aaron leads by 2.8 with Jonesy. Blue Flag, Unsafe in third. Blue Flag in fourth. And he's now only 3.8 off the lead. So are we going to see the first double of the season? So far, nobody's managed to win at sprint and endurance. Safety feel this is going to be inevitable. Here comes the blue flag. Down the outside, Jonesy will pull over and give him the slipstream as well. Blue flag then moves over to cover the line. And up to third he goes, and 4.1 to the leader. And now 3.5 seconds up the road. Jonesy will be itching to get off of those hard tyres and back onto the mediums. What drama then? What has happened to Jadon? We didn't see. He's down in P6 then. As they're still going. Joker then around the outside of Glyn at the Parabolica. And we feel like Viper is just going to make short work of this. Covers the inside. And then to the outside. Edging ahead. GTR are good on the brakes. He's going to go deep on the brakes, is he? There, he's going to stop. Joker backed out of it early, trying to get the exit out of the first game. But we've seen what happens here with the Vikers, unfortunately. Oh. Ron Derrick on the back of Johnny Boy. He's not looking for anyone. Derrick is he at the inside of Curva Grande. Open the door. I suppose you have the room. Does he have the grunt? Is the next question. He's going alongside, but Derrick now has the inside for an extra chicane. The squeezing comes on, hanging around the outside. No, Derrick does not give him the room or the option. Hangs on to P12 for now. Bringing Royster back into contention as well. He's not far away either. Aaron now is well clear then, 4.4 seconds and over Jonesy. Blue flag then in fear that Jonesy may let blue flag go once he gets there. Fastest lap there, the 50.1. He's also did the 50.1 on lap 15, so he's the man with the pace at the minute. Aaron doing 50.5s, got 6 that time around. He's doing 50.7, so he lost a second on that lap. Then unsafe release is in, meanwhile. Of course, he's slightly out of sequence with the others. Blue flag now into slipstream range of Jonesy, so he feels it's a matter of time before the swap goes. This should be Jonesy's in lap. You want to get off of those hard tyres at the earliest opportunity. Got 10 laps to go at the end of this one. That said though, Jonesy's actually better on fuel than blue flag. Aaron also. Of course he did pit a little bit later, didn't he? But so that will bring him some time back. So this isn't a done deal. We'll lose some of that advantage. That's also not out of this yet, fourth. Jadon got to the pack then. He's done his personal best on lap 16 though, so the first lap after he's driving angry, he's got a half-second penalty there though. This has got a little bit wrong for him. He's on a solid P6. Joker has fended off Glyn. What's happened back here? Is Derrick picking? No, Derrick's been off somewhere. And Zom as well, I think. Because they were together behind Johnny Boy and Justy Fossil a while ago, and now they both slipped back. So unsafe then onto his final set of mediums. Aaron will be in this time around. I imagine Jonesy. Oh, blue flag has passed Jonesy on this lap, so he's let him go. I bet he's going to give that place back immediately in the pit lane because Jonesy's got less fuel to take. Not by much. He's got 6 litres on Aaron, so that's a couple of seconds. So about half the lead. also has 9, so he's going to bring himself back into it a little bit. Jadon with 8. So the top 5 are in. Odon's going through to retake the lead. Gusty Fossil's in, as we expected there. Short stint on the hards. Joe Boy in as well. Oh, excuse me. Right then, so where does unsafe filter in relative to those coming out of the pit lane? Aaron's on his way. Unsafe is still coming down the pit lane, so he's out first. Jonesy's back had a blue flag there together. Switchback has jumped on safe. So unsafe lost out there massively. They do have the short fuel there for slightly, yeah, a little bit. But... Boston has leapt away from Royston Johnny Boy. Over the lead from Joker from Glyn. Top 3, Derek in 4th. And Royston 5th. They're going longer as well because they went longer early on. I mean, obviously still got lots of fuel on board. Seems like a short stint on the hards at some point. Yeah, I just don't think that's worked for him at all, has it? Aaron's lead over blue flag is 5 seconds. So Jones hasn't really. I thought Jones would make some time up there on Aaron, but he has not. .5% bump drafting down the back straight then, trying to work together and close that gap on Aaron. Yeah, 10 laps to go. Glyn's in from 3rd. Derek will go through. So Aaron is in prime position to win this one. Definitely been helped out by some contact between Jonesy and Jadon, which extended that lead. That's brought himself back into this podium battle, definitely. So they've got some work to do. So he's got less fuel than all the tyres, only by a lap, but all counts, even at somewhere like Monza. Derek and Joker are in to their final stops. So Alon carries on. Still got plenty of fuel in the tank, to be fair. There's Norby Norris. It's closing. Looks like it is just chipping away at Aaron's lead, but he's not taking enough out of him quickly enough. Back in the low 50s, they're 50.3. Aaron did a 51.5 on that last lap. That's helped a little bit. So Aaron's had a drama somewhere. With the pressure getting to him, ooh, he's out on the ground. Pushing Off to the raggedy edge. Through the Lesmo as he goes. Norris has still got plenty of fuel in the tank, so we've got at least another lap in there, maybe even two. We could do without catching him. That might hold him up a little bit. Owen going well up front for Team Germany meanwhile. He's got another lap or so in the tank as well. He is well clear of the pack, so. And safe as past switchback. And the raggedy edge and Team Italy have not excelled in this race as they might have hoped with the double points. Hanging on to the safe thing, can he fight back? Jordan's found himself in a bit of no man's land. Hazard's still going. Jordan's in 9th. He's just on P11. He was going to be disappointed with his strategy as well, I think. It's not worked out for him as he would have hoped. No, you can't. From 12th, Johnny Boy 13th, keeping him honest. Derek at 14th. It's on 15th then. Torrid Zarnoid. A couple of offs by the look of it there. 17 and 18. Odon then will be in this time around. And when it's caught, that'll be Norris. Now, how much time is he going to lose in his gap? Still 4.4, so he's holding off blue flag. Gained a couple of tenths the last lap. Is Nobby Norris going to make it for him to pass? Nobby will be in this time around, so he doesn't need to force it. See the advantage Aaron's got there. In fact, this should be a fairly easy pass here, I think. Slowly getting alongside. Got the overlap though. Late. We've done. There is nothing else in the mirrors. He will then peel off to our right. A bit. There he is. And we are back in racing order then. So 4.1 seconds is the lead. Team Germany leading the way. America giving chase. Germany bump drafting blue flag. Meanwhile, switchback has fought back against unsafe release, and Odon, meanwhile, has played himself very nice in the P6. So Team Germany looking like they're on for a big points haul here. All three of their cars in the top 6. And Odon, he's now on the hard tyres, so he'll do a bit of defending later on from Jadon at least. Maybe Joker as well. It's like up 7 seconds, so it's 5 seconds back to. It's about a second, so he might, Jadon might get to him. Odon's played that blind. That's a good strategy from Odon. He's put himself very nicely in P6. And of course, 2 ahead of him start battling. He might be able to get involved here. Try and help out his teammate. And the blue flag's taken half a second out of Aaron on this lap. So that's just not going to be enough though. Doing more, and here's a mistake from Aaron. Just running wide over a curb. Twitch, which we know that Audi is capable of. It's not great over the curbs. Blue flag won the first race. He's second in the second one. That'll be the best. I think the best result of anybody over 2 races, I believe. utilised his medium tyres in that first stint superbly, cut through the pack early doors. The early stages as well, until midway through the second stint when Aaron was able to get past him. And we didn't see contact between himself and Jadon somewhere. That left Jadon languishing down in P7. Give Aaron a healthy lead, which he has not yet relinquished. Which now is fending off unsafe release. Meanwhile, it is slipping back into the clutches of Jadon. Now got his tyres up to temperature, but James has already halved that lead. No, Vipers have been superb tonight. Yeah, like I said, Jamie, blue flag especially has been superb. And Jones, he's got himself a half-second penalty again, but he's got 5 seconds in hand, so it's not going to harm him. But yeah, blue flag drove superbly in that first race. Jones drove well, but picked up too many penalties in that first race, so it could have been better for him. But he's maximised his second race. Sure, maybe a little bit more restricted on strategy because of the Vipers' fuel consumption. But third is still a very good effort there. He's basically behind 2 GT1 drivers who are filling in, so he'll be taking home more points than the 2 cars ahead of him. Dropped unsafe again, so Audi's just struggling a little bit. Jadon meanwhile has caught Odon. He's passed Odon into Parabolica. So come on to complete lap 24. Odon, however, is not finished. He's going to fight back immediately. They went straight to the outside there. Didn't go for any slipstream, interestingly. Now it's just a drag race. The Audi is winning. However, James on the brakes on the medium tyres. He's got just better grip. And through he goes in the screen on the dashboard. The Audi appears. There he is. Right around Curva Grande. Lovely shot. Second gear, first gear then. I thought he's gone a bit deep there, but he was there nicely. He's went towards the Lesmos. So Lesmo on there, not worrying about curb on the inside, but again, I think the Audi just can't really hack the curbs. Yeah, thanks to brake slipstream as well. Pull away. To the banking we go, and into a Ascari. One more there to come out of the Ascari. It cost him a 10th there, but it's going to cost him another couple of tenths all the way down the straight as well as he gets smaller and smaller. Breaking them in for Parabolica. Base across the line. Oh, what's happened up front? The gap's 1.3. Aaron with a 52.1. He's had a drama. Has he run wide? Was that Jones with a penalty again? He is. Jones, you've been doing so well. Stop it. Stupid Stoke boy. So the double is on for blue flag. That'll incentivise him. Oh, Aaron bouncing off the curb there as well. However it worked, he's pulling away. 2.5 laps to go. And blue flag can suddenly see that Audi getting much, much closer. Rear tyre wear quite bad on that Audi in comparison. Front tyre wear obviously worse than the Viper. Aaron going to be feeling the heat. We've raced each other since season 1. They know each other inside out. Final half lap though, she's not lost anything on this lap. Just giving the blue flag a little bit of a sniff of a chance. You see the car behind you getting closer and closer, it does affect you, gets in your head a little bit. But he has responded over the rest of this lap then, got that back up to 1.4. 50.7, 50.9, so he pulled 2/10 back that time, that lap around. 2 to go. This is the penultimate lap then. Gets the first chicane right. Hanging on well, switch back now in a comfortable P4. That's behind 5th and Jane. I'm closing in as well. Everyone is seeing Joker get there quicker than he would like. 2 seconds out of him in the last lap then. If he does that again, he'll be with him at the end of this lap then, so we might have a change for 7th yet if Joe can get there. Blue in 9th. Dusty Foster for company. I've got this battle of Royston, Johnny Boy and Noe Norris. Jake in 14th. Dom in P15. So everybody fairly well sprung out. Let's just keep an eye then on this battle for the lead. It's got closer than we expected. And they're responding again by doing a personal best in sector 2. The blue flag is sending it hard, that gap's down to a second. The blue flag is coming. He's closing. And he's got a better run out at Scarry there, that gap goes back up again. Fuel not an issue for either of them. On to the final lap we go then. Aaron leads by 1.5 seconds. Drift on. Gets the power down though, but it worked. Pulls the 10th back on blue flag. And then starts to gain. It's the torque of that Viper engine, pulling it closer, 1.2. Gap comes down. Ooh, passes over that curb. And does not ride that curb well at all. Lost a couple of tenths. That's a better exit there, blue flag. Oh, Josie's in the gravel in the background. Oh, unsafe release, meanwhile sideways as well. He's got Jadon all over him, but Jadon's got a half-second penalty. So unsafe can just see that. He'll know. He just needs to stay with him, and he will get that place back even if he does get through, so he doesn't need to battle him too hard. Gap is 1.1 up to Ascari then. No mistakes through here. Blue flag closer to the second again. Nice and tidy on the exit though, and starts to pull away again. One more corner to go. One braking zone to get right. A little bit wide, but it's okay. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So he rounds the Parabolica then, and Aaron is going to be victorious in race 2. Celebrating winning a GT2 race. I mean, that's like Arsenal celebrating being like Fleetwood. Blue flag second, Jonesy gets third, switchback 4th, Unsafe will hold off Jadon in the battle for 5th. And 6th then Joker has got Odon on the last lap. So Odon has slipped back to 8th then, but still a solid drive from him. He gets P8, then Glenn's going to get P9, or is he? Because he's got Dusty Fossil right behind him. The drag race to the line, but the Viper will hold on. He gets 9th, Dusty Fossil gets 10th. Royster's going to come home in P11. Norris is going to try. Oh, Johnny was wide. Almost gave a sniff and Morris crosses the line. And he holds on. P12 left for Johnny Boy, 13th for Nobby. Derek's going to come home in 14. Gets hard to penalty at the end just for good measure. Control on the floor. Hands on. He played a good team role earlier on to let Jadon get through and pass on safe release. And we thought some drama to befall them later on. Comes home then for P15. So the results then. Aaron is victorious by 1 second in the end from Blue Flag then, who came that close to making it a double. Josie gets P3 then in a good points week for Team USA. Switchback then P4. I think he'll be happy with that in the end. But after qualifying, might vote for a little bit more. Still side points. Unsafe gets P5. Jadon gets P6, but another one who definitely lost out there after some contact we didn't see. For P6 then, Joker leading the Team Japan charge in P7. It's Odon in P8 then, so a good week for Team Germany. Glyn is P9, Dusty Fossil P10, after doing something very different on strategy-wise. Royston gets P11, Johnny Boy solid points in P12, Nobby Norris gets P13, Derek gets P14, and Zob bringing up the rear in P15. So that ends another week's GT2 coverage. Lobby goes down. Thank you very much for everybody who has joined us in the stream tonight. If you haven't already liked it, please do so before you go. And if you like the action tonight, we're going to do it all again tomorrow in GT1. So please do join. I believe it will probably be Switchback on comms 8:30 tomorrow then for GT1 from Monza. So are we going to see the Vipers reigning supreme again? Can Italy strike back in their double points week? Ross has been in good form. So are we going to see more of the same? But anyway, from me for this evening, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you again real soon.